Alright, so I finally learned the southern approach to go up eastern Liurnia. So this is from a little bit north of the Church of Vows, Grace. This is just the part where you need the skips to figure out how to get where you're going. So first thing you're doing is climbing up this column. I use a bow just to set up some aim, to set up some like direction for jumps. So you can, there's a texture lock, you can kind of climb up this guy, you can sort of see Torrent catches a texture on the back of this guy if you go up the rock there, but I like to just line it up from this pillar using the longbow, just makes it pretty brainless. Just a double jump, another double jump to get on his shoulder, and you're trying to get sort of on the back of his head, and you want to do this part quick, just double jump, and double jump. And that's the way up. If you take that last part slower, I've found that the textures are a little slipperier and your distances are a little tougher. So once you get up onto his shoulder, you basically, I use the longbow to line up with the column, and then you're basically a little tap double jump onto his head, and then like a forward double jump onto the column and a sideways double jump up onto the cliff. So anyway, I fight this guy. So you can fast forward if you don't care about the fight, and I'll also pause and just start narrating again once I start going up towards Howl, which was really the part that I wanted to practice anyway. Okay, always a fun fight. That's just a +0 Uchi. I'm actually practicing for the arcane run, but anyway, so now the part that I really wanted to practice. You go up here towards the Frenzy Flame Tower, so you can pick up, you know, Howl or whatever you want to do up here, or just get the Grace. I was a little delicate about this part isn't that hard. You can kind of obviously see where you need to go. You just kind of hop up onto this rock and then hop up onto that rock. I just used the longbow since I had it out. And so the trick here is to break line of sight with the tower, and it aggroes once you about get to the Grace. So first we're just running to the Grace. And you want to run up to it. You sort of position that rock between yourself and the tower. I actually came up a little bit far to the right, but that's the idea. So you get the Grace, and then there are 3 stops you can make to not get any procs. So I'll be quiet because it's an audio cue. It just sort of starts fizzling out when you want to start running. There, see, like a little bit before it visually starts fizzling, it kind of the audio starts fizzling. So first place is you hide in these trees and hop off Torrent and crouch run towards sort of the front of the area. Same audio cue, you're running towards one more bush and crouching in here. And ideally you have the Beast Torch out already and your items crafted, but otherwise you can just do it right now. And if you remember to equip the Beast Torch, the rats are not a problem at all. If you forget to equip the Beast Torch, just wait until they de-aggro. They might attack you. And then the next thing I wanted to practice here was the lineups for throwing the fire pots to kill these guys up top and disable the tower. And I got the lineups, but unfortunately I am wearing Dane's hat. Impeccable drip, but it did block the lineup, so I'll sort of verbally tell you what happened here. So hop up on top, and you're aiming for the little crook right where my hat is. You see right where the two beams meet on the right there. And you just angle towards that, take like a tiny little step forward to angle there, and then straight up. Hit all three of them, and then you go to this right crook right there. And once again, my hat's in the way, but you're kind of just angling towards the beam straight up, and then you hit all three of them. And that's it. So, you know, you can run all the way from Limgrave to up here in one straight shot, basically. Give a little bow to the Erd Tree. There you go.